Welcome back, guys, and welcome to Miles, my 1991 Mazda Miata. Now, you guys saw Miles in the first video on this channel, so a little bit of background on this car. This is a 1991 Mazda Miata with a long nose crankshaft 1.6, and that's good because the long nose crankshaft 1.6 is considered to be the better of the 1.6 liter engines. They handle boost a lot better, and they're a lot less prone to what we call crank wobble. All right, so let me give you a little crash course on short nose and long nose crankshaft engines. From 1990 until halfway through 91, Mazda made Miatas with the short nose engines. They made the change to the long nose until 1994 when they started offering Miatas with the 1.8 liter engines. The main way you can tell the difference between the two is just look at the crankshaft pulley. If there's 4 slots, it's a short nose. If there's 8, it's a long nose. Why the change from the short to long nose? The main difference between them is the short nose has a smaller front diameter than its long nose counterpart, and because of this, they have different oil pumps and, more crucially, different Woodruff keyways and timing gears on the crankshaft. The short nose engines are a lot more prone to wearing out that keyway on the crankshaft, especially if a timing belt service isn't done properly. Ask me how I know. This issue isn't nearly as common on the long nose engines, therefore, they're a lot better. This car is in great shape. It only has 166,000 kilometers. So for the age of the car, that's fantastic. It's not totally perfect on the underside. The frame rails are a little bent in. There's a little bit of rust here and there, but nothing that can't be fixed by me. Everything is stock in this car. So stock brakes, stock differential, stock everything. No power! 100. See, that's the great thing about these cars is, yeah, they're slow, but that just means you can drive them to the limit all the time and still not get in trouble. I don't think I've ever driven a Miata without a smile on my face. But you have to know how to drive them. A lot of people, they'll go for a test drive on one of these or just take it down some straight roads and be like, yeah, I just don't understand the point of it. The point of a Miata is to do this. It's to go around corners with a smile on your face. Now, this is an NA6 chassis. It's the loosest chassis. It has the smallest engine. It has the least amount of features, period. These have the simplest dashboard and the best looking dashboard in my opinion. This car doesn't have any pre or post catalytic converter O2 sensors. So say you get rid of a catalytic converter in this car, you won't get a check engine light on the dashboard. Now, one thing I just found out last year is these steering wheels are only available in Canada and I think Japan. I could be wrong. I know a lot of Americans look for these Canadian spec steering wheels because they just have that really nice retro look to them, like an old British Roadster. The only thing that I do not like about them is how big they are. I'm a bigger dude. My thighs are always touching against the steering wheel, and that's one thing that I just don't like about these steering wheels. But we'll be changing this out in this build series as well. These cars give you the best of both worlds, a raw driving experience and a comfortable driving experience. With the stock suspension, it's nice and plush, it's comfortable, but it's also super compliant in corners. Yeah, you're not gonna be setting any lap time records with this car when it's stock, but I don't think I've ever been in another car going around a corner at only like 40 kilometers an hour and having the time of my life. It's just so easy to just learn how to drive stick in these cars, learn how to downshift in these cars, and then just chuck it around a corner, knowing that you're gonna come out on the other side, but just having the best time that you can. It's just such a great driving experience, and everything just comes so naturally when you're driving. It really teaches you a lot about raw car control. Now, the stock seats in a Miata really don't offer much bolstering, but you can do what's called a foamectomy, and I've already done it on the driver's side here, All it is taking some foam out of the backrest and some foam out of the seat itself. And what it does is shifts your mass back into the stock bolstering and gives your butt a little bit of something just to rest in. So when I go around a corner, I stay in one spot and I'm not really using my arms or my legs to really hold myself. The seat holds me pretty good. I've never felt the need to have a bucket seat. Even when I had Finn with the turbo and the bigger tires and everything going around track, yeah, it'll probably offer me a lot of extra bolstering and it'll hold me a lot better. But honestly, I don't see the value in buying a bucket seat when these hold me really good and they'll have headrest speakers. Now you might be asking, if Miatas are so great from the factory, why are you going to be changing everything? Well, two reasons. One, I already have the parts. I have all this stuff from Finn that I want to put into another chassis. I miss how that car felt, and this leads into my second reason. These cars are great, but they could be so much better. Miatas from the factory have a lot of body roll. The brakes are super tiny on these 1.6 liter cars. So if I go around a track, I could overheat them really, really fast. And I've found that out in the past. It has an open differential in the back. So I one wheel peel almost everywhere I go because these tires aren't so great. The exhaust could sound a whole lot better with just a simple catback exhaust. And personally, I love a lot of intake noise. And I have a cold air intake that we can install in this car just to make it sound that much better. All these improvements that we're going to be doing to Miles are not just going to make it look better, but they're going to make the driving experience so much better. And I cannot wait for that. On that note, let's stop driving around and start getting to work on this car. I'll see you guys in the next one. It's so slow!
It's still recording.
Oh my god, it'd be really funny if I opened it like a GTA character. I gotta get my shoulders into it. I gotta be like...